Hi everyone. My name is Marian Liu. I am a second year business admin student. I'm unsure about what concentration I want to do, but I'm leaning towards marketing. And one of the reasons that I joined Consulting Club was because of an event I actually attended last year. Last year, Consulting Club held a corporate tour in San Francisco, where I got to visit companies such as Salesforce and YouTube, and that really got me into the club, what it means, and everything that it does, which was really intriguing to me, which is why I joined. So in a segue to Nolan, what Nolan was talking about for fall quarter, I'm going to be talking about some of the biggest events that we have for this club in winter quarter. So like Amy said earlier, we have a consulting boot camp, and this is basically just to build some of that professional skills that we can all use. So we will be covering the industry, talking about the types of careers you can have in consulting, general day-to-day life of what a typical consultant would be, and why consulting might be the right fit for you. We will also be covering some networking tips, such as resources, the importance of first impressions, and follow-ups after every meeting. And we will also segue that into interview prep, where we will be having mock interview practice, resume and cover letter advice, and understanding like the structure and how to ace a behavioral interview. Yeah, so that is what's going to be happening before we get into the consulting career fair. So this will be an internal career fair where we will be inviting some of the top consulting companies to come into our club to directly recruit our club members for a potential interview or a full-time job. Yeah, so on the left, you can see some of the companies that we were able to invite last year, and hopefully we can also get them to come this year. And this is a chance for you to talk to some of the top consulting firms of the industry, getting to know what they do, their company culture, if that kind of work is right for you. And it will, like I said, it will also offer internships and full-time opportunities. So these two events will both be happening in the winter, so stay tuned for more information.
Hi, my name is Cameron. I'm the club ambassador for this club. My major currently is business administration. I don't really know what I want to concentrate in, but I'm leaning towards IS. And this summer, I took a bunch of summer classes, which I would not recommend for anyone who wants to keep their sanity. And also one of the reasons I joined Cal Poly Consulting was the same reason that Marianne did, because I attended the corporate tour where we went to San Francisco, went to YouTube, went to Salesforce, and that was really fun to me. And I could see because of that, I could see consulting as something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I decided to join. But it doesn't matter if you're business or not. Like, this club is for you. We cater to a bunch of different interests. We cater to a bunch of different majors, including majors you wouldn't expect, like aerospace and industrial engineering, CS, and also food and entertainment management. And a big part of why I joined is because of the corporate competitions, because in the real world, experience you get now is very valuable. And in the past, we partnered with really great companies for case competitions like Deloitte and Point B. And this last spring, we held a case competition courtesy of Deloitte. And basically how it works is, so a lot of clubs, they submit teams to compete in these consulting case competitions. They often get this challenging task, or they get a scenario they need to solve, and they compete for cash, potential internship opportunities, and face time with industry leaders as part of those companies. And also, before corporate competitions, we're going to host CV and resume workshops, so you're not going to be going in there blind. So we do have your best interests at heart, and we're pretty sure that we can propel you to do as successfully as you can in these competitions.
All right. Hi, I'm Kylie Gray. I'm a fourth year business major. My concentration is information systems. And I joined consulting club because when I came to Cal Poly, I really don't know exactly what I want to do yet, but consulting is a really good middle for me because there are some things that I do know what I want in a job, and I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to work with different companies. I don't want to work for the same company. And I want to be able to have a new task every day. And so I like that, or at least fairly often. And with consulting, the projects are very different and they change fat often too. And you work with all different types of companies, like every single company pretty much has some sort of consulting aspect within them. And I like that they travel, and you can pick to an extent where you travel, or sort of based off of the company you work for, which I also really like. So I'm really excited for that. This summer I interned for a quick 2 weeks with Deloitte in the risk and advisory practice. So that was a really good experience to be more exposed to like what the day-to-day life was. And I'm the VP of Finance for the Consulting Club this year. And this year we actually have a free membership, which is very exciting. But in winter, for these events that Cameron and Miriam talked about, we're gonna charge a small fee for them for entry, and maybe for like an advantage to maybe have early access or something. We haven't worked out all the details yet. And there's another feature to the consulting club, which I feel like is a really big benefit that you should take advantage of. And those are coffee chats. Coffee chats, basically, you can schedule time with anyone on the board, or honestly within all the members as well. And through our Slack channel, and we can all do interview prep, or we can just talk about your day if you want, or we can do case study prep like with each other if you have an interview coming up, or if you just like don't know what a case study is and you want one-on-one time with someone to practice and see how you're doing and tips, then I think this is a really great way to get to know each other. And yes, it is like free therapy. I would take advantage of it. I wish I did. I haven't, and I wish I would have. With other clubs, everyone always talks about it and I never took advantage of it, and I really wish I would have. So yeah, I highly recommend.
Hi, my name is Lonnie Kamler. I'm a fourth year business major concentrating in real estate finance, and I'm VP marketing here. So I run all of our social accounts. If you want to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, you can find us at Cal Poly Consulting. We post all of the upcoming events, as well as we will be hosting a giveaway later on, so stay tuned for that. Our mailing list will be sending out recordings of every meeting that we have, as well as updates and opportunities to apply for internships and full-time roles with a lot of the companies that we network with and that will be coming to speak soon. And as Amy said, you can also join our Slack just by DMing us or sending an email. And finally, we're hosting something new this year where you will get one entry towards our grand sweepstakes at the end of the quarter for every meeting you attend. So stay tuned. We'll be having some great prizes, and make sure you attend some meetings.
All right, so I know that was a lot of information that we covered, and some of it might be overwhelming. So we wanted to leave some time at the end to answer any questions that you might have about consulting club, consulting as a career, other career paths that stem from consulting, like product management or mergers and acquisitions, etc. So feel free to unmute yourself and ask us a question, or if you're a little shy, which is totally understandable, you can also type a question into the Zoom chat and we'll also answer from there. So yeah. No questions. Everybody knows what consulting is. Everybody's chill with consulting.
If no one has any questions, one thing that I want to emphasize is absolutely feel free to reach out to anyone on the board. I know that if I hadn't done that last fall, I would have been probably pretty screwed for my interviews. And getting help from people on the board who had previous experience or had gone through what I was about to go through with recruiting, just getting advice and help from them really made a huge difference. So I would very highly recommend doing it. And I know that all of us would be happy to talk to any of you, whether or not we've met you before.
Yeah, and like kind of to backbone off of that, I think like everyone on the board is, I want to say, friendly in some way or another. But like still, like even for me, like trying to learn as much as I can about consulting, I know I can just message these people, and I've had multiple conversations just trying to figure out my career path, and maybe some of us have or going into roles that you guys are interested in. So feel free to bother us with any questions, whether it be interviews or day-to-day or anything.
Okay, if we don't have any more questions, I guess you can stick around till 11:30 and then I'll close the meeting from there. I'll stop the recording from now. So